Welcome back to Writer's World Radio, episode 45. I shall be your face-off host, Matthew Graken. So, it's the fall, October to be precise, depending on if you're watching this now or not. And hockey season just started up, basketball season just started up, baseball is coming up to the World Series right around the corner. Football is in full swing, soccer or football otherwise is either ending or starting midway depending on which league you're following. Other sports are going along in their respectful aspects. But that's not what I'm here to talk to you about today. Today I am here to talk to you about scary stories. Yes, Halloween is just a few weeks away. Most people are getting their costumes ready, trick-or-treating, depending on what your aspect is of it. But Halloween is right around the corner. All Hallows Eve. The eve before All Saints Day. That's what the name actually means, or an interpretation of it. But most people are thinking of the scarier part. The return of ghosts, demons, the supernatural, the unknown. And that's what I have for you today. My 5 stories for 2017 for you to read for Halloween. In no particular order, but from bottom to top. I shall start with number 5. And it is a more modern take, or a modern story, by one of the writing world's great horror storytellers. Subjectively speaking. It's Pet Sematary by Stephen King, published in 1983. He himself says it's not a greatly written book, but it's one that's going to scare you. Or something along those lines. So that's number 5. Number 4. Go back a little further. Actually, same decade, same year, 1983. The Woman in Black by Susan Hill. Recently adapted into a movie. It will definitely scare your pants off. If you're wearing pants. And we'll go further back here. Number 3. Mr. Edgar Allan Poe's own work. The Fall of the House of Usher. Now, if you want someone that's synonymous with Halloween and interesting stories, Mr. Poe is definitely up in your alley. This book was published, I'm not going to say written, published in 1839. You pretty much could grab any of Poe's works. Like Stephen King, you grab most of his works, but King went into science fiction and did a few other things. But Edgar Allan Poe, there is a mystery to pretty much all of his work that is almost synonymous with Halloween and the supernatural. The Raven, and the Pendulum. There's so many different ones. And it's quite disturbing. So that's I'm going to go with the House of Usher, Fall of House of Usher for this particular one. Now my number 1 and number 2 are relatively interchangeable. And they're the all-time classics. In fact, many of Universal's movies and Universal's funding has actually them to thank for them. But I shall go with number 2 being Frankenstein, the modern-day Prometheus by Mary Shelley. Back in 1823. If you go back a few episodes, you will find that I actually spoke about Mary Shelley. That one it's very well crafted, and when you start delving deep into it, kind of disturbing. But let's move past disturbing into the truly wicked, and the number 1 pick. My number 1 pick for 2017 of your horror scary stories is Dracula by Mr. Bram Stoker himself, published back in 1897. So, not the oldest on the list. Frankenstein has that title. In fact, it's not even as old as the House of Usher. But is a legend and a lore in itself that goes back, well, as far as one could think of it. So there you have it. My top 5 scary stories for 2017. Or my 5 suggestions of 2017. What are some of your suggestions? What would you put on this list? Leave them in the comments below. Shout them out on the Twitter. At Matthew J. Graken. Now that I got my Twitter working. Or the Facebook. The Facebook's always been working, is a great way to communicate. Facebook.com/Matthew J. Graken. Use the hashtag Writers World Radio to keep it all connected and easier to find. Also, you can just email the show. Now that I got that working again too. That is writersworldradio@yahoo.com. And my phone will make that noise. What are your suggestions? Again, 5 scary stories. Yeah, you're having trouble writing. Feel free to contact me and maybe I can help you out. I hope everyone's doing well. I hope you're able to get your 10 minutes of writing in a day. Again, 10 minutes, you never know how much you're going to be able to accomplish, but you will accomplish a lot more in 10 minutes than if you don't do anything at all. Keep up the hard work. Just remember that story's within you and only you can tell it. You can do it. You can write it. Believe in yourself and it will happen. I hope everyone's doing well. I hope this season's going to be a wonderful one for you. We're very creative. We have November coming up. That's the Writers Month. And, get that stuff together. And until next time, I'll see you then. Take care, everyone.